First play I'm bringing up, you see Jason Kidd mouth the words, Kai. So this play is for Kyrie Irving. He missed his first 3 shots. He's a little nervous. He's the new kid in school. And so, Kyrie Irving walking up the floor. You see him right wing. Give it to Powell. And Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to come screen down at the right short corner. Basically look like a double screen. He has the option to have Tim Hardaway to roll, but Tim Hardaway is late on the roll. They're focusing on Kyrie Irving. The Mavericks can work a lot of misdirection out of this when Luka comes back and when Luka's gone. So he covers for Tim Hardaway Jr. And then you see Zubac go over on Kyrie. They're automatically switching everything along with Kyrie. Kyrie goes and screens back for Josh Green. Paul George switches onto him. This play is obviously for Kyrie Irving, if you haven't noticed. Kyrie's trying to get open. Immediate switch, but it's too late. Zubac is slower, and they get the good mid-range jumper.
It's basketball. Kyrie Irving has seen everything in basketball in terms of teams double teaming him, different defensive schemes. He can figure it out.
And everybody runs the same stuff. Pretty simple. So it's not rocket science. The ball will be in his hands. It'll be pick and roll. It'll be handoffs. But he will make decisions out of double teams or single coverage. It's simple basketball.
Irving knocks that down.
The very next play, Kawhi Leonard misses a shot. Bullock gets the rebound, and you see Zubac complaining to the ref, like, over the back. Kyrie is already out and running. There's a theme about this. They're going to get a lot of mismatches so Kyrie can take advantage of them. You got Dwight Powell running up the floor. And you see Morris is already out on Kyrie. He's the guy matched up on him. But because Powell is cutting down the lane, and there's an easy pass right here, Morris has to cover for Zubac. You see him pointing. And he gets a switch. And Kyrie sees this, gets the ball, passes it back. And Bullock is like, hey, like, this is your matchup right here. Like, you got to get this going. Fakes like he's coming up for the ball. Zubac is denying so that he doesn't get the ball. Boom. Uses his speed. Wide open jump shot. This is how to get a teammate acclimated 101.
15 down. Kawhi Leonard shoots over Josh Green. Can't get at the ball. Bullock the rebound. Leonard 1 for 3 to start. Irving, backdoor cut, knocks it down. The other thing.
Right here, you hear Kyrie Irving say this.
The question is not the type of player that Kyrie is. The thing is keeping him on the floor. When he's on the floor, you have a real chance.
Well, again, from strictly a basketball perspective, the addition of talent, it's a home run. It's off the charts. But there's so much.
Then as they're bringing the ball up the court, you hear Jason Kidd say this.
In years, and there's certainly a risk. It starts off that he's a free agent after this year. He could walk.
Mike, it's a risk no matter who you trade for.
So you see Kyrie saying zone, zone. That's probably the defense that they're going to run when they're back on defense. And then he says Mexico, which is probably a play call. On offense, he said Mexico on red down there. So Kyrie takes the ball out to Mr. Tim Hardaway. Josh Green brings the ball up, and then you see him say zone, and he says overload. Overload might signify that the Clippers are going to overload one side of the floor. So Kyrie points Josh Green, tells him to go to the corner. And then he gets a screen from Powell, and he tells Powell which way to go. So you look at the offense, and you got Zubac in the corner guarding a shooter. He's going to have to key in on Dwight Powell cutting to the lane. You got Kyrie at the top with Paul George on him, someone that's not guarding him during the game. You get the smaller man on Powell. So Kyrie can, operate how he wants to in this space. The Mavericks offense has a lot of improvisation going on. So he anticipates a drive because all the shooters, he doesn't drive, step back, pull up, cash. Great offense for Kyrie Irving to operate in. I think he could be great in this offense. And you can see on defense, they signal what is a 2-3 zone. So you get a little bit of Kyrie's floor general with his scoring as well.
The type of player that Kyrie is, the thing is keeping him on the floor. When he's on the floor, you have a real chance.
Well, again, from strictly a basketball perspective, the addition of talent, it's a home run. It's off the charts. But there's so much more than the basketball talent when you've been discussing Kyrie Irving in recent years. And there's certainly a risk. And it starts off that he's a free agent after this year. He could walk.
Mike, it's a risk no matter who you trade for. I can remember specifically trading for a guy when I was a head coach as another shot knockdown. And
here's another example of them using him for mismatch hunting. So you see him point to Kyrie. Theo Pinson point to Kyrie like, oh, this play is for him. And Zubac and Kawhi are talking on the back end, and Zubac is telling him, like, go over the screens. So Christian Wood is going down to set a screen on Kawhi Leonard. He goes over, thinking that he'll be able to get back into play. But Zubac is trying to anticipate, like, Christian Wood being the shooter and him trying to score. But Kawhi Leonard is so far back on the play, Zubac has to cover, but he can't because Christian Wood is a good shooter. So fake pass to Christian Wood. He has Zubac all the way back. Zubac cannot react. Easy jump shot. Hunting mismatches. The Mavericks do it all the time, and to get Kyrie acclimated, they're doing it for sure today.
With a move for Barrow, he's got 16 off the bench. So Pinson, Wood, Irving, Bullock, and McKinley Wright out there right now for Dallas. Jump shot, Kyrie Irving. A 20-point game in his debut.